Sorry, I didn't realize there was 40 of you waiting. If I knew there were 40 of you waiting, I would have actually hit go live a lot sooner. One sec. That's a bit better. Once again, sorry. If I knew there were 41 of you waiting, I wouldn't have fucking sat around doing nothing for the last 5-ish minutes. Give me a sec. Let me tidy up. Let me just tidy up the stream / screen a little bit. Hey. As I used to say, there ain't nothing left to do but to do it. Hey, gang. Ain't nothing left to do but to do it. All right. This is going to be tough, but let's just go with it. Ciao ragazzi, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to Winter Worldwide. This is the single hardest day on this channel, the single hardest day as a fan of this club. Oh, my battery is very low. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. It's going to crash out. All right. Thankfully, I got that stuck in time because we have life. We have life. Otherwise, it would have gone very, very quick. Yeah. All right. Where do I start? It's very, very hard. It's very, very hard for me to do this right now. It's very, very hard because I'm not supposed to be live right now. I'm supposed to be either celebrating our Champions League win or enjoying the fact that my team got to a Champions League final, even though I'm devastated. It's different today, obviously, because things have not only not gone our way, they've not gone our way in the worst possible way. And I always joke that I'd rather lose 5-0 than lose in the last second. Today, I think we're really flirting with, is this more painful than penalty shootout? It's definitely more embarrassing. We lost to a better team. We lost the Champions League final. These are the two leasts of our worries, because it seems like when Inter does what Inter does, I'm going to describe it in the nicest way possible without giving too much away. I work in an industry where a lot of people self-sabotage themselves. It's a trait of their behavior. It's a trait of their trauma. A characteristic of their trauma is to sabotage their opportunities to build on success. Sabotage the good things they do. Whether they accomplish something and then break a law the next day, whatever it is. Self-sabotage is a very real thing. Inter is a self-sabotage sort of club. Not only did we lose the Champions League final today, we lost it in 15 minutes. We lost it by conceding 5 goals. And we lost it also with our manager about to leave. Now, I don't think Inzaghi leaving is the end of the world. Quite the contrary. I actually think he needs to leave now. I think there's no way you come back from this season. There's no way you come back from it. No way. You can't come back from today's result. Big up the 55 of you who are here right now. There's 55 of you. There's donations pending as well. I'll get to all the comments, all the donations. I'm here for you, but I need every single one of you to know that you're here for me. Because this is fucked. This is absolutely fucked. But I'm okay. And I'll get to also why I'm okay. So we lose a final 5-0. No threatening shots on target. No threatening chances. Every single player on that field today had a bad game. Every single one of them. Manager included. Today was the day where the moment really got the better of the men. Now, PSG will walk away today thinking that they just beat Lens or Rennes or Nice or Brest. Nice-Brests. That was a Champions League final performance from Inter. You know what's sad? You know what's sad when you sit at the end of the game and go, wow, I would have loved a 3-0. Losing a Champions League final is one thing. Disgracing yourself for the basically until you win it again is the worst thing possible. What an earth-shattering, ego-clattering way to lose a European final. And what I'm about to say is very controversial, but these are the sort of losses where, you know what? Fuck Toro, bro. You can leave, cuz. Barella, you can leave, bro. Every single one of you C words can leave. Because I don't believe you have the mental capacity to come back from this. I believe now you are thinking of your next challenge. You are thinking what the rest of the world holds. And you know what? So be it. Because for losing a final 5-0, for fucking away the domestic cups this year and the Scudetto, oh, and I'm not done with that yet. I'm coming back for the end of that. Maybe you do need to leave. Maybe I'm happy with the next 3 to 4 years being in the pits if it means starting another better cycle. Maybe I think that as someone who's a big advocate for real world justice, not mainstream justice, not courtroom justice, not the terminology justice, real world poetic fucking justice that you seek out yourself behind the corner where there's no cameras. Maybe they need to go. Maybe they do need to go. Inzaghi needs to go. There's 60 people here right now. I've got 4 donations I haven't gotten to yet and no comments. You guys are going to take the mic away from me for a little bit. All I can say is thank you so much for being here. Before I go to the comments, a big shout out to the following. Uncle Sharma, good, bravo. You are too nice. Don't you dare turn that camera on. If you're watching this now, you message me. The next stream I do, I'll tick your channel and I'll do it dual. You are too nice of a human being. I saw you post that community post and I went, Jesus Christ, it's about time. 7 years too late, this guy feels like a C word. Don't you dare take your eyes away from my motherland, from my mother city. Do not compromise Sicilia for this. Okay, Zio? Big shout out to the real MVP of the season, of the inter-content creator community. It's Uncle Sharma. It's not me. I'm just a very, very cranky Aussie who chose a very difficult love when it came to football. Big up the zeal. Big up Judge Mo, who at very least guarantees that I don't look like the most emotionally hinged Inter fan on the internet. Bless you, Mo. You're never allowed to stop doing what you do on your channel, because the way Sharma and you take the heat off me, you guys make me who I am to these people in the chat. I know why people come to watch me, and it's to get some backsplash from the Sharma mentality, some backsplash off the Mo mentality. It ain't far left or far right. Big up to them both, my brothers, my partners in crime. Thank you to everybody who either came onto the channel, became a channel member, entered competitions, commented, and just stuck around. Because this, my friends, I can tell you right now, is a very difficult season to get through. Because very rarely do you have seasons with so much promise that turn to shit like this. Sometimes, and this is a Juve fan saying it to me on the phone when I was on the way home today. I got a lot of good phone calls today from rival fans, respectable people. Said, mate, sometimes you prefer the seasons where, you finish 4th. Sometimes you prefer the seasons where you don't have much to play for at the end of the season. Okay, yeah, bloody oath. It's the 1st of June. It's the 1st of June. And we are still here. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. One of the best jokes I made this season, even if not many people found it funny except me, I don't care. You sign a contract for Udinese or Torino, holy shit. You get to go on vacanza in March. In March. You go to work on your last day in March. No one that's played a game of football for Torino or Udinese had to work a day past March this season or the season before that. Comments, finally, 60 people here right now. 63 people here right now. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. Let me know in the comments if you are new. Sorry if the comments that I get to are 15 minutes old. How you going, Harry? Thanks for being with me from the start. I'm absolutely disgusted by tonight. After going 2-0 down, we should have made adjustments. Inzaghi needs to improve his in-game management. He can start practicing that in Saudi. It'll be banter era. Now, I'm completely on board with the fact that people think it's a banter era, because I'm a 65% of the way thinking that we are about to hit a banter era. The only silver lining here is that there is no goddamn competition in this country. You keep Bastoni, you keep Toro, you keep Barella, you keep, what's his fucking face? Denzel Dumfries, and you're probably going to rival a team for the Scudetto next season. All played awful tonight. Dumfries was probably the lead. Bro, Federico Di Marco had the sort of game where if you sold him tomorrow, I'd be happy. Jesus Christ, that guy was awful. He basically lost us the final by himself in the first half, man. Yeah, I'll say that. He fucked up so hard. Thank you guys for the donations. We got donations pouring in. I'm not used to it, so I'll get to them all, I promise. Calvin, shout out to you for being there. You've been here for years. We enjoy this together. You celebrated with me number 20. You celebrated with me number 19. We suffer together. Disgraceful result. PSG are better, but I never thought 5-0 better. Shout out your damn self. Thank you. Mighty Mo, like I said before, the fans that paid hard. Bro, you know, there's another thing happened to me when the 5th goal went in. Part of me started to forget about my own depression and anger, and it very quickly flocked towards, there are some Inter fans that went from Australia to Munich. Bro, there are some Inter fans that traveled and spent their hard-earned money for this. I'd be hitting up the club for a fucking refund. I'd be starting a class action. Get all the gang them together. Get every person that caught a flight and get them to go to their airline and get the airlines to go to Inter and go, oi, what did you guys do? What did you guys do? 5-0, you know. 5-0 in a Champions League final. I've told the rival fans to come from Twitter. Come here and speak to me face to face. Because if there's one thing I've got that other people's don't, it's a confrontational bone in my body. And there is no keyboard coward that actually wants to talk to me one-on-one. I guarantee you that. With my life, I guarantee you my whole life, there is not a single keyboard coward on Facebook, on Twitter, that will accept an invitation to come on camera here right now. I'll drop the link in the description, actually. But forgive me if I don't bring you in. I've got to get to a lot of shit first. But actually, no, there's a challenge. If there are any rival fans, anyone that wants to come with the banter or with the chest, comment in the chat that you're keen, and I'll send you the link. Because that's one thing I know that I can definitely still do. Win, lose, draw, 5, 6, 7-0. Thank you, Mattia, for saying to hit that like button. You've probably messaged me at some point, Mattia, to come through. Honestly, man, as much as I'd love to do this, let's tee it up this week. I'm not really in a talk to other Inter fans sort of mood. Because I was around 150 of them today. I'm not used to speaking to Inter fans face-to-face when I watch games. Even today, it took 50 minutes to get to where I needed to be at 3:30 in the morning. I could have very easily woken up and stayed home in the comfort of my house. However, I'm just going to admit it. Today felt different. I was confident this morning when I woke up. When I woke, I naturally got in my dad's car and felt, yeah. This feels right. This feels right. Right? Wrong. Dickhead. Not even a consolation goal too. It was a training session. Yeah, bro, it was PSG versus Lens out there today. Never want to see this club rocking a yellow kit ever again. Yeah, well, that's one jersey I'm glad I did not invest in. Maradop something. Inter is shit. Yeah, today they definitely were shit. But if you're going to say that, come out with your chest and say who you support and if you want to have a conversation about it. But yes, we are shit today. Can't lie, 2 Champions League finals and 0 goals is pathetic. That's another thing I commented on today. We didn't even get to cheer once in the 2 finals. This and Man City couldn't even score a goddamn goal. How disgusting. Disgusting. Everything we built in the last 5 years came crashing down in this final. This generation of manager will only be remembered for the biggest embarrassment in European history. Yep. You've overshadowed the second star win, unfortunately. I'm still glad we got it. Don't get me wrong. Great moment. But Simone Inzaghi, I'm very sorry. You did this to yourself, mates. You did this to yourself. Oak Tree, fail to prepare to fail. By the irony of all this is that Oak Tree and the Soviets considered this season a big win. Yeah, bro. Remember when I said, and it was great to meet you today as well. One of the big things as well, shout out I think I met 7 new people today, 7 or 8 new people who came up to me at the Inter Club Sydney to say, Anthony, it's great to meet you. Great to meet you, Forza Inter Worldwide. You made it worth it. You made it fucking worth it, man. Having random people come up to me saying it's nice to meet you finally, that was the best. Special shout out to my brother Noor, if you're watching, guys. Shout out to you, Habibi, bro. We know where we come from, bro. We'll have new challenges tomorrow that are way, way worse than this, bro. The area does not sleep for this. The area does not sleep for this, and we're not sleeping for it either. Yeah, I said it. I said that everybody board level and above has already considered it a successful season. Everyone board below who cares about the superficial assets and the trophies, we're the ones that have to pick up the pieces of our heartbreak. Whoever said yellow shirt good luck needs their heads checked. I can guess who it was. We completely dropped our heads. Our so-called big players were invisible. We got ridiculed in front of the whole world. I honestly think we need to clear out who actually deserves to be at Inter. Not many, if any. Not many, if any. There are a lot of players that could leave, but the thing about this is that you don't want to break up a small amount of this squad. You want to break up the whole thing if you're going to do that. You don't want to do it half-assed. Agree that F the third kit. I honestly don't understand why Inter couldn't play in the white. That wouldn't have mattered. Need to lower the age gap of this squad. No more grandpas for sure. A lot of players on their last legs today. Yep. Any player that was hoping for last-minute heroics to get another year, Mkhitaryan, Acerbi, Darmian, Affinita. Grazie a te. Ciao. Thank you for everything. There's the door. Thank you for the 1 to 2 Scudetti if you were a part of them. That'll do. Thank you. Just goes to show this team has more focus to superstitions than, yeah, 100%, bro. We were just outgamed today so hard. I'm not making a dent in these comments. I've got it for Yahya. Shout out to you, one of my best, my most loyal. Thank you for the donation. SEK. What the hell is that, cuz? Is that Swedish krona? Has to be Swedish krona, right? 100 Swedish krona. I have no idea what the conversion of that is, man, but thank you so much. My heart is full because of moments like this. You make it worth it, cuz. You make it worth it. And guys, don't think that the content's going to stop. That's not me. I find very, very, very weird ways to cope with being emotionally hinged. And I've gotten a lot better at it in the last few years as well. I'm lost for words, but respect you so much for being here. Franco, I respect you for being there with me the last few years, bro. It is what it is, man. Dr. XP says, big up, bro. Every team has its cycle. Older players get old and have to switch. Same thing happened with Juve years ago. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you're a Juve fan yourself, aren't you? You've commented before. Thanks for coming in here respectfully, man. I really appreciate it. Guys, I got to say, it's a weird day because I'm not getting as much heat and banter from the rival fans as I thought. We lost a final 5-0 today. And I don't know why. Maybe it's a pity goal. Maybe it's one goal too many. Or maybe I'm just commanding a little bit of respect. But guys, take your moment, please. We lost the final 5-0. We're the ass crack of European football right now. This, que schifo, man. Vergogna. Fuck this team today. Every player should be made to hand their shirt back. There should be a public apology. The club should refund travel tickets. This is the worst day, one of the worst days in Inter's club's history. But you got to be there to have this day. You got to be in it to win it. You only get burnt by the sun by flying too close. And I still know where the fuck I'd rather be next season. In another final. It's okay to be a loser of an Inter fan. It is, trust me. I'm a loser of an Inter fan sometimes. Because we're a loser of a club a lot of the time. But I am not a loser of a human being, so do not fucking become that. You will need to fight for something else tomorrow. So be prepared to fight for something else tomorrow. It's 9:57 in the morning. I might not have even encountered my biggest problem today. I mean, it's going to take something pretty goddamn bad to beat Inter losing a Champions League final 5-0. But I am not naive enough to think that this is where life ends. But this is where the cycle of this team ends. Players need to leave. Coaches probably need to leave. And we need to go again. We need to go again. This cycle of success did not end with a Champions League trophy. Okay. It did not end with a Champions League trophy. Few cycles do. Unless you are Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, an oiled up club. Few cycles end with a Champions League trophy. Our cycle did not end with one. We are not dead. The cycle is dead. I am not dead. You are not dead. Club is not dead. I said it in other spaces. Money runs football. We just couldn't compete in the mid. Mickey and Hakan in general too slow. If we had young, fast runners instead, maybe things could have been different. Only thing with life today, Anthony, because no life in this team today. You can't. This team could never, ever, ever bury me. It could never kill me. It'll shoot me, bro. 50-cent team, bro. 9 times get up every single time. Ancient Chinese proverb, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. In Inter's case, fall down 70 times, stand up 80. I don't give a fuck. I'm here. I'm here because I want to be here. And I will never, ever stop loving and supporting this club. Never. That doesn't mean I can't be pissed off with it. I'm pissed off with my club. The same way my wife is pissed off at me if I don't hang the washing straight. Or the same way I'm pissed off at her because she leaves a messy bathroom. No chance. No chance. These are all fine things to be pissed off at. But we move on. Oi, but honestly, fuck this team, eh? 5-0 to Paris in a Champions League final. What an absolute disgrace. More comments. Bro, if I saw them today, I'd shake all their hands and go, man, thank you for everything. What the hell is your problem? Hey, did you all actually end up being retarded for one day? Because I swear to God, I've got students that show more heart than that. Like that was, oh my God. Oh my God. Can we just take another second to appreciate how shit we were today? Trust me, it gets better. It gets better the more you say it. 5-0. This is the sort of result that tells me we were never winning the Champions League final this season. Acerbi and Fratesi with the last bit of blood left in Europe, left in our game this season. And let me come back to it quickly. No offense, but if you're one of the fans who challenged me about the lost title this year, you should be in a cave today. It is you who should feel more embarrassed, not me. Not me, cuz. I've been the same since January. Same with Mattia. Same with some of our boys. We came out with chest after the Super Copper and went, It's got nothing to do with the Super Copper. It's got everything to do with where this team's headspace is at. And here are the risks that are attached to it. Risk 1, risk 2, risk 3. And so far, Pessimism FC, tick, tick, tick. If any Inter fan ever again chats to me when I talk about dropped league points, I will come at your neck, bro, honestly. Because the way some of you spoke to me and some others this season after Parma, Juve, Milan, Bologna, Genoa, Fiorentina, Roma, Bologna again, you guys honestly deserve to feel embarrassed. Sorry. We are Inter. We might be Internazionale Milano, but a reality check, sono Italiano. We are Italian. We play in Italy. Stop thinking you can throw away a sure thing league title. You know me. I never say that certain fans are superior to others. I don't believe that for a second. But there are different ways of thinking. And I could never be on board with the international way of thinking. Oh, who cares? We won the Scudetto last season. Bruv, go and say that over there. Go and say that over there. We should have 22 league titles. 20. Had we won 21 this season, guys, I'd be sitting here today at 5-0 going, oi, cigar, it ain't easy. Congratulations, Paris. How do you say thank you in French? Fuck French. I hate French. What a shit language. Merci is thank you. Yeah, it is. That's thank you, isn't it? Merci. No, how do you say congratulations? How the fuck do you say congratulations? Congratulations in frog French. Félicitations. Félicitations. Félicitations, Paris. I'm still the champion of Italy. I don't give a shit. Nah. Give a shit. 4 trophies this season, 4 defeats after having one of the best seasons as Inter. Far out, cuz. You must be the sort of fans that like to cook your food and not eat it. I can't respect that mentality, man. As soon as this squad and coach started to give off a vibe that we are going to win the Champions League, all that was thinking in my head was, Antonio Conte, that fucking demon, is going to take our league title. He brought us into this world and he will take us out of this world. That was a big... Dude, losing that title to him is more of an ego shatter than the 5-0, bro. I'm telling you right now, and only real Inter fans could understand that. Next comment, please. I'm way behind, sorry. Yahya says, Mattia, don't give up. I think Inter will come back. Look at history Inter has been through. We will be back, bro. We will be back. The banter era we're about to suffer, don't worry. It's not as bad as the last one. It is nowhere near as bad as the last one. But people will agree when I say we have foregone the opportunity to take control of the country again. We have had multiple opportunities the last 5 years to do what Juve do what Paris do what Bayern do, and step on the neck of your own country. We have not done that. So next season, we can go right back to being like everybody else. Fighting and scrapping until the last day and hope to God you win something. We've passed up a chance to be dominant in our own country again. Honestly, the 23 final was more depressing since victory was in our grasp. This is just embarrassing. Cuz I've got 9 donations I need to get to, man. You guys are making me very happy. Probably not as happy as Sportsbet made me today. God damn it, I hedged some sure things leading up to this game to make the bills a lot easier paid next week. But I would trade it all for a Big Ears trophy. I'd trade it all for a Big Ears trophy. Good to meet you in person, by the way, Anth. Pity it was a painful event. It was great to meet you, bro. Thank you for your support. And once again, that made today worth it. Seeing people come up to me, it was tough because I had a few people come up to me before kickoff. So much hope and joy in their face. Compared to the poor C words that came up to me at the end, bro. It was like we were meeting at a luto. It was like someone died. Sorry for your loss was just as an appropriate sentence as nice to meet you. Oh, Franco, thank you so much for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. There is absolutely no way in hell I'm going to know what PEN is. PN. Is that Sol? Soles? Peruvian Soles. That's right. I've done yours before. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it, man. Franco, you've been with me for a long time. We suffer together. Okay, bruv, everyone was shit. What was this performance? Even the core of Barella, Bastoni, Di Marco, etc. were so bad. Yeah, cuz they were awful. This is such an awful feeling. But I'm having a really good time on this stream. And you know what? I'm not going to stop just yet. So if you guys can give me about 45 seconds, I'll be right back. 1 minute, please. 1 minute and I'll be right back. Thank you. Grande, big up the 70 people that are still here right now. You know what? Today will give me the kick I need to keep bringing this content out and to tee up guests coming up as well. Because now's the time, guys. Now's the time to behave like an inter-community. I've had it easy the last 2-3 years. We've always been winning. Why do you think the more official part of the content dropped off a little bit? We were winning. It's easy to be there when you're winning. I started this shit when we were still a banter club. And if we need to go back in that direction, I will be right here. King Peanut, don't worry, bro. You are not the King Peanut today. You are not the King Peanut today. I want Inzaghi out. Enough is enough. And we need the 30-year-olds out ASAP. 100%, bro. We've made 2 really good signings already. That is the first silver lining here. We have made 2 very good age-appropriate signings already. Check out Uncle Sharma's scout reports for those. Inter needs to rebuild. Where we go from here is anyone's guess, but we can't have any more stopgaps like Mickey, Achebe, etc. Exactly. I think that era is behind us now. We need youth, pace, flair, etc. to keep up with the modern game. Oak Tree better spend. Otherwise, what hope do we have? Yeah, if we don't spend, we're effed big time. Like, these 2 signings are good. We need 3 more. 3 more or 4 more, which shouldn't be too hard. Potentially the worst UCL final in history. Inter needs players who are fast, can dribble, and can take on 1v1s. We are a poor club. You have big balls for sure. Bruv. I have not lived a hard life. That's for damn sure. So I choose to make my life hard. I've consciously chosen to put myself in uncomfortable positions when I realized around about the time I was 20 that I have a beautiful family, an amazing upbringing, sensational support network, very loyal friends, and I don't struggle much. The good thing is I was brought up in an area that was surrounded by struggle. So having that front row vision of that while living a comfortable life was the best education I ever got. 2198 George's Hall in your mouth. All day, every day, bro. All day, every day. But because of that, fuck running scared now. I'm not going to run scared now because my football team did not win. I will be more vocal about it than ever. If I wasn't 26,000 kilometers away from the location, I guarantee you I'd have a lot more people listening to me. Don't worry, man. I'll learn Italian properly eventually. That's the 3rd European final defeat. We've got to change something. Inzaghi has won 1 Scudetto in 4 years. Not good enough! I'm fed up of him. We need a tougher manager. Di Marco, oh my God. Di Marco owes the entire city of Milan a public apology after today. Football Focus, check out their channel. Inter has a worst average dribble per game in Serie A. Yes, we have no dribblers. Joaquin Correa is still our best dribbler. That's insane. It's insane. That's insane. That's insane. Start a new project from today. Welcome, Ali. Inzaghi out. Big up, my brother. Thanks for coming in respectfully. Everybody head over to Liam in the Bayern View. That's my guy right there. Best Bayern Munich content on YouTube. Hands down. Very raw, very casual, very not give an F about. And that's the best sort of content creators, man. Big up the Bayern View and Liam. Thanks for coming through. Gabe says the sums of the transfer market over a 2-season period. PSG have spent 694 million. Inter have spent 194 million. Yes, it's a day and night difference, but those weren't the main differences today. More donations coming through. Thank you so much. I actually feel really humbled. It's starting to become a little bit overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. Thank you. I'll get to all of them when they come through. Thank you to Mattia for reminding everyone to hit the like button. Just let me catch my breath, man. I've been awake for a while. It's been, as you can imagine, we all haven't slept very well the last week, but this was a different level of sleep deprivation for us Aussies or anyone Asian. Oh, by the way, can I ask, can people hear me very well today? Is the audio very clear? Like, say, clearer than usual? Because I'm using A, a different plug point, and B, my friend just told me casually, dude, just remove this and see how it goes. I went, all right, no worries. So let me know about the sound. Rodri. Ooh, hate that name because of what it reminds me of, but not because it's you. This current project is over. Inzaghi has done miracles, but I think his time is over. I agree. I don't think Inzaghi and the players have the desire and energy to continue together. How do I star comments? There we go. You get the first starred comment of the day, Rodri, besides a donation. That is a brilliant way of putting it. Inzaghi has done miracles, but his time is over. I don't think Inzaghi and the players have the desire and energy to continue. The biggest shame is that still You know, and this is when people come in and say, oak tree, cuz my buster with that. It's Sunning. Sunning dug this hole, left us in the mess. It is what it is, cuz. It is what it is, Sunning. We're reaping it. It's a shame we couldn't add a Champions League because all would have been forgiven. But the harsh reality is, guys, Inzaghi has worked miracles. And in a time where we should not have won anything after the 19th Scudetto, nothing, we've walked away with 2 Coppa, 2 Super Coppa, and the second star in Milan's backyard. Is it good enough? No. It's just something. He deserved more than just something. Acerbi will have to hold that because that really was a 37-year-old's performance, wasn't it? It was awful today. Awful. At least Inzaghi will have a club that spends for sure. After what he did to Moya, yeah, I can, bro. You are more than within your right to return serve. That is banter. That's pure banter-orientated respect, and I love it for that. We are here for us, but thanks to you. Nah, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Just looked at the sums on transfer market. PSG spend. Yes, sorry. We already looked at that. We went out like a small club. Yeah, we went out like a small club. That's the most painful part, man. Thank you so much again, Yahya. You don't need to keep donating, bro. I really appreciate it. Money speaks in the world of generation. Is so sad. Our football has become this game proved. This, I think, football is finished. It's all about money. I just wish we had a way to rewrite that fairy tale, bro, but we couldn't. Oh, bro, I wish we lost in a dignified way. I wish we lost in a respectable way. Or would it be any different, or would have I come on here just complaining in a different way, in a different context? They shouldn't just leave. They should retire from football altogether. King Peanut, Lautaro, the whole defense, Bastoni, and the whole squad needs to leave. We have a team bunch of losers. This team will leave a heavy burden on Inter in the UCL until it's won again. Yeah. Not only did you lose today, you made sure that this is now a haunting ghost. And we know how to do that. We know how to have ghosts. Big up to Anthony Lafleur, bro. What a respectable dude as a Milan fan coming on here. Also just a great supporter of the cultural content creating community. He's all over it. He's all over this community like a rash, man, honestly. Big up, Ant. I don't blame you for wanting Inzaghi to resign as much as I want to banter. You never lose 5-0 in a cup final. You never lose 5-0 in a cup final. We lost the Champions League final 5-0. Mavafangulo. Did that actually happen? Or am I about to step outside this door, wake up at 2:55 in the morning again in my bed? We lost the Champions League final 5-0. Hey, Richard. Inter lost the fucking Champions League final 5-0. Yeah. Let the record reflect that Internazionale Milano lost the Champions League final by 5-0, were not in the game once, had no threatening chances, no shots on target, and basically resembled a side that PSG will walk home saying, was that Inter or Lyon? Was it Nice, Brest? Was it Rennes? Not Marseille, not Lyon. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to be that guy. I was about to say, you want to really have a fucking laugh? Go look up how many teams in Ligue 1 PSG beat by 5 goals this season. I guarantee it's not as many as it should be. Julio says, bro, Inzaghi has to resign. This is embarrassing. It's like if I had a building collapse when I'm the manager. Hopefully we can rebuild this team with a new manager. The next appointment is crucial. The next appointment's even more crucial than Inzaghi being appointed after Conte. Anthony says, what bothers me is this was not the same team that beat Barca. This was much closer to the team that took a day off and got blown out by Fiorentina back in February. Yep. It puzzled me how this occurred. It was very bad. It was very bad from players to coaches. Gab says the attitude was not good. It was terrible overall. Coaching was so shit. But I'm saying Inzaghi just didn't have a young, good enough squad to compete. Yeah, fair. It's completely fair. No, thank you. Thank you, Mattia, my brother. I'm also not used to drinking a lot of coffee. I've had more coffee today than I've probably had all year combined. What have I had? Like 6 coffees? I don't drink coffee. I'm black coffeeed up to the shit. I'm trying to like taper it out of me just a little bit. No, I don't feel this is Inzaghi's fault. I'd like him to stay. I would support him staying, but to be honest, man, just quietly, if you offered me the chance, the decision, I'd ask him to leave. It's not because I think he's a bad coach. I still think he's the best coach in Italy. I think he'd be the best coach taking a new set of players forward. But sometimes it's easier to change the coach if you have to change too many players. I don't know if he can go again here. This is a really hard loss to take. It was a humiliation in front of the whole world. We are a joke, and on the biggest stage, we choked. We need to reset 100%. Mickey and Hakan were far too slow and rusty in the midfield. Wingbacks couldn't handle their wingers. We just overall look like men versus young, fresh, and more talented footballers. Yep, the whole world's laughing at us, bro. The whole world. We need young, modern footballers in the squad who are not Italians. Inzaghi should stay, but if he doesn't, then get a new modern coach. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that, bro. I subbed to your YouTube. Thank you, bro. And congratulations on your title win this season. I love Man United in England. And I have nothing but praise for Liverpool this season and the last 5 years, 6 years. 2 of my best mates in the whole world are Liverpool fans. And I'm nothing but happy for them when they win. You know why? Because I'm a football fan first and I'm not stupid. And it's very, very refreshing sometimes to see clubs run themselves properly. And you're a club that decided to run itself properly. Not just yesterday. For a while. You don't see many clubs that actually can run themselves properly. And properly these days is just normal. Just run your club normally these days and you're ahead of everybody else. Thanks for coming, man. Stick around. It's decent content, I promise. But overall, I have no regrets. We beat Barca and made the final. No regrets at all. Screw the other teams. It doesn't matter. Still happy we knocked them out. Hey, bro, I was just about to call you to vent. I'm glad you stopped by, bro. You can listen to me instead. Also, forgive me if I don't answer today. The idea, like, I've had a couple of, as I said, bro, it's funny. I've got a few missed calls from Inter fans because I don't really want to speak to them. People I like and people that'll know this. I just don't want to speak to them. Like, no offense, Jono, I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to speak to you one-on-one. I will avoid Bruno like the plague for the next 3 days. I don't want to see him. I don't want to speak to him. I will go the long way to get to Camden Valley Way, Jono, just to make sure I don't bump into him. Happy to talk to rival fans because there's an element of confrontation that they'll bring to it. And if it, yeah, we all know that I'm going to win that. But I one-on-one, I don't want to speak to anyone close. And as drastic as this sounds, it's because it does resemble loss. It's grief. It's grief. For anybody that's had to endure going through a loss and the proceedings that go through it, a lot of the time you lose your strength as a man when you see that person that brings the weakness, the vulnerability out of you. When you're keeping it together and you see that one person that knows you like better than anybody, and you're like, well, now I can let my guard down. I'm not ready to let my guard down today. But don't worry, we will have lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Just stay strong and just always realize that there are going to be a lot of people hating from outside of the club that they were denied entry to, yeah? I've gotten a lot of respect today from Juventini and Milanisti, but I'm sure there's a whole bunch of them hating from outside of the club that they did not get let into. A lot of those fans are like, no, I can't say that. That is absolutely awful. I could get demonetized for saying that. Hold it together, G. Don't want to go into work. My manager's a Roma fan, or it could be worse. If DeMarco says I'm out, bro, I am. Oh, bro, if there is, actually, there's a couple of Inter fans that I could still speak to after this. They know who they are. If they're watching this now, they know who they are, and I'm coming for them straight after this. Tarek, we also lost Inter's public image, and that we're after the last fight. Yeah, exactly. Reputation on the line. I agree. Awful conclusion to the season, which was not that good of a season, to be honest. Not good of a season at all. We've come away with nothing. I would say the whole galaxy is laughing all the way to Jupiter, for sure. Thank Thanks for coming down. DeMarco, for the love of God, needs to learn how to defend. Can't defend. I don't want to be here as well, but hey, Sai, you can only go up from here. Thank you, Eduardo. Thanks for always being on the channel, and thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. I will go and watch it. I'll go and watch parts. What parts do I need to go and watch? Can you help me? Because I bet that stream went for 3 hours. I am not sitting through more than 45 minutes of Mo, bro. No way. And I'm happy for him to see this. Mo, there is no way I'm sitting through more than half an hour of you, man. I'm going to watch for your biggest meltdowns, and that'll be that, brother. Judge Mo. DeMarco out. Worst thing. Oh, my God. I fucking forgot. I don't advocate for gambling. I do not work for betting companies. But if you are looking for a short-term investment, with the mental state of this club, I urge you to open a betting account, unless you are Islamic. Haram. I get it. And start gearing some funds against Inter in this tournament. Bet against them head-to-head. Bet the overs on the goals. Bet for them to have low shots on target. Bet for them to play the same way Manchester United are playing on their post/pre-season tour in Asia at the moment. A group of athletes that would rather be doing anything but playing football. You will thank me in hundreds. Sorry, no, you will not thank me in hundreds. You will take your hundreds and thank me by subscribing or becoming a channel member. Thank you, Mattia, for once again being the bearer of bad news. Gee, this stream's going well, isn't it? Fucking hell. This is unique. This is the first. We bottled all the other trophies to lose. We bottled all the trophies to lose 5-0. Bro, we actually gave away a sure thing Scudetto, man. We would have won the league by 15 points. Bro, oh my God, we gave away a sure thing Scudetto. There's levels to this game. The difference with how a player on the field loves the club with greatness, Zanetti, versus a player that's more of a fan, DiMarco. Yeah. Speech Talentos, welcome. We should not have made it to the final. Bad result. But how can we compete if we do not invest? Without Inzaghi, we would not have made it. Concerned about mentality. I'm concerned about a lot going forward, man. It is time to keep supporting with everything you have, but you need to take an emotional piece out of it, man. You need to approach it from a constructive point of view, because otherwise it's not going to make sense, because we've got a lot of sense to put back together after this. Can do a segment about players to leave. Oh yeah, we definitely will be doing content like that. It was like Inter weren't prepared. I don't know. They seemed shocked. The moment got the better of us, bruv. Thanks for coming through once again. You're always coming through. The moment got the better of the men. It's not the first time we've seen this happen. I've seen this happen in multiple sports. Multiple sports. The way that we've approached this game, it was just too much emotion. Too much emotion. Like it was like they believe that it's been written in the stars. We're not killers. We're not bad guys. We never have been, man. We're not bad guys. Paris didn't start celebrating properly until they scored the third goal. Did everybody else notice as well? Fucking business. It's business, man. That was a business deal they went to make today. Crazy shit. Now imagine the passionate Inter fans that paid those bro. That would hurt. That's the sort of shit. When people ask me, oh, why don't you go to Italy? Why don't you travel? Man, for the reasons of the finances are big enough. But to go there and have your heart ripped out, bruv. No, not like that. How I wish Barca won. Soma miracles, post that a Cherby goal, all that for this embarrassment, a stain in the club's history. Yeah, bro. And if we went out there, we might have treated the league with a little bit more dignity as well. I literally invited a dozen people over to my house for that. Oh, no. Oh, cuz that is dirty. That is fucking bad. Yeah, this is a day that needs to be forgotten forever. Out with the old players. Oak Tree was right about getting younger. We need a coach who seriously wants to invest in young players for sure. I wasn't planning on commenting on the chat because I know you guys will hate me, but effort. I noticed Inter's had 2 major issues. I noticed a few months ago the back three, but no one's going to hate you for that. Don't worry. People, Inter fans only hate Inter fans that are negative early. A lot of fans give time the biggest benefit of the doubt, which I never do. As long as there's still time, a lot of fans give it the benefit of the doubt and never look stupid and like they've got egg on their face until the end of the season. I don't give time the benefit of the doubt. I call a spade in October like I did 2 years ago. I'll call a spade in January like I did this year. I can always pinpoint the time, the moments in the season when my mentality shifts from I trust this team to I don't trust this team. And once you lose trust, you never get it back. It's so hard to claw it back in a season. You need to really prove it wrong. January, Supercopa this season, is where the trust shifted. It started to shift. Parma was when it shifted the most. Thank you, Mattia, for reminding everybody to like the video. We still have 81 people on Inter Worldwide right now. 81 people on Inter Worldwide. Thank you for the donations. I'll keep getting to every comment as much as possible. I'm still about half an hour behind, but I'll keep going. I'll keep going while it's here. Thank you so much. $10. Maybe one of the conversions that I didn't do before, either the Peruvian or the Swedish ones. Thank you so much to whoever donated it. Thanks for letting me know. We still have the World Cup to go. Embarrass ourselves in. My God, DiMarco is Inzaghi's son. Luis Enrique and Sucic must be buzzing. Well, look, at the end of the day, if they're professionals, they don't look at it. If they are professionals, they don't look at it as being smacked in a Champions League final. They look at it as going, we're joining the team that made the Champions League final. Let's try and get them that one step better. Inzaghi out. Horrendous performance. Thank you, Yahya. Live in Sweden, but from Greece. Beautiful. Thank you so much, cuz. Appreciate it. Most teams can relate. Yeah. Anyone who's been through it can relate. Like I said, I've gotten some such nice phone calls from some Juve fans this morning. Some such nice messages. Really good. More in the mature age bracket. You can really tell people's age and experience here. You really can. Here's another one right here as I'm saying it. Look at this. I didn't see that. I didn't see this guy coming. He just smacked me out of the face. Zvatverk music. Zvatverk music. Did I say that right? Zvatverk music. Zvatverk music. Where from? Antwerp? From Belgium? Anyway, look at this. As a Juve fan, I feel your pain. We lost 2 finals, so it hurts no matter what the score. Big up. Big up to you. Big up to you, bro. Thank you so much. Don't forget to laugh at us, bro. Don't forget to banter us. You have to banter us. Although I know myself very well as a person, I dislike Juventus more than anything else on this planet. It'd be the first thing I'd eradicate from the planet. Actually, maybe not the first. One of the first. But as soon as that, if they lost 5-0, there'd be a lot of Juventini that I would message or I would call and just simply go, I'm going to give you all the time and space you need in the world. I am so sorry, man. You did not deserve that. I know how it feels. Sorry, man. I'm really sorry. I hate that you have to go through this today as a football fan. Some fans really are capable of putting it above club. And I'd like to think deep down I am that person, even though I know I don't show it a lot of the time. Maybe I'm not that person. Maybe there'll continue to be tests of that in the future. Acerbi retire, Mkhitaryan retire or leave. No. See, the thing is, Mkhitaryan can do a lot of good for other teams. He could play a year or two at Fiorentina. He could go to any other team in Serie A outside of the top 4 or 5, in my opinion. Retire or leave. Zoma, disagree. Arnautovic can leave, Taremi can leave, Correa can leave, Aslani can leave. It was moment after moment of embarrassment tonight, seeing him warm up, unbelievable. Again, Barella disappeared in big games. He has disappeared in most big games this season. He was one of the worst tonight. He was one of the worst tonight. Did anyone else notice the body language when they came out? I just sort of, a lot of it seemed off tonight. Everything seemed off, which is why, like, as the game went on and we conceded the third and fourth goal, it all became very clear to me that, you know, this is over. This is over not only tonight, this is over with Inzaghi. This is over with this squad. We have closed the cycle tonight by losing a Champions League final. Is it the most embarrassing thing in the world? No, because a lot of teams close a cycle by losing a Champions League final or by losing a final in general. We've just decided to close it by losing by 5 goals. By losing by 5 goals. Worst is I'm usually always finding ways to stay positive, but that thrashing and humiliation has killed my hope. Yeah, welcome, bro. There's plenty of room because we don't have that many. We never had that many members to begin with, but I'm sure we're going to get some applications soon. Thank you, Fratello. Thank you, bro. You don't have to do that. I know you've done that because you've wanted to. I know you've genuinely wanted to, but you didn't have to do that. Thank you, bro. So much I wanted to say. We looked off the pace. Too old. Midfield was terrible. Had no control. Give credit to them, but Inzaghi was out coach. We couldn't handle the press and failed in so many areas. Just depressing, and we deserve better. We do deserve better as fans, cuz. But it is what it is. This right here is my best mate on planet Earth. He looks like an absolute cutie. What a goose in that photo. How old are you there? Like fucking 21 years old? Doesn't look like that now. Look at you, mate. You haven't seen your ears in years because you have not had your hair or your beard as clean as that ever. But that's my best mate. That's my brother. Thanks, cuz. I will go and watch the NBA straight after this to try and forget about it. My brother. My best mate. Another donation. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you to Tajuddin Khan. That's rupees, yeah? Is that rupees? I just came back from India. It has to be rupees. What's the symbol of rupees? Symbol of rupees. That's the one. That's the one. Thank you so much, my brother. Real Madrid fan, now an Inter fan. Yeah, Real Madrid and Inter fans have sort of had this thing over the last few years with Barcelona, haven't we, bro? Haven't we? I appreciate it, man. So, and I just came back from your beautiful country, bro. I just came back from your beautiful country. I absolutely loved it there. I cannot wait to go back again. I was in Mumbai, Kolkata, and Goa. Absolutely love your country, man. Beautiful. If Inzaghi stays, DeMarco will stay by default, so Inzaghi has to leave. This guy's on fire today, bro. Meccano's on fire today. Y'all still got Beppe Marotta, and as long as Marotta's there, we will challenge for the Italian league. I know we will. As long as Marotta's there, we will challenge for the Scudetto. I know we will. How sad. At this point, I have to say why the players hate the club so much. You get the second star of the day. That's not a donation. I have to say why the players hate the club. Oh, you're delirious, bro. Welcome. It's like you could tell it's your first day in Pessimism FC. It's like, you know, that meme of James Franco being hung and he's like, first time. That's me and Mattia looking at you today going, first time. Welcome, cuz. What a funny thing to say, bro. At this point, I have to say, why do the players hate the club so much? The best comments are the ones that don't make sense out of emotion. Harry, I'm going to need to smoke something strong to help me sleep. I highly recommend it, man. Don't panic. It's organic. Stay away from the stuff. Stay away from the brown stuff and get straight to the green. This is the worst result in our history. I want to hear that these players got to say for themselves. After this, I want to hear some shit. Has there been any post-match content yet, guys? Interviews, players, Inzaghi, what's going on? I can't even remember what I said, but thanks. I can't blame Achobi, but God, he was old and horrible tonight. The strangest thing to me was seeing Inter at the end, not even mad about it. I didn't see this, but I've heard this already. Nobody cried. Even Inzaghi didn't look shocked. Do you think at one point something just took over, like getting smashed like that, you just have to laugh? You just have to laugh and just go, we sucked today. It was awful. We lost it. We completely lost the plot. I don't know. I'm new to football, but only this is all right. I read on Sempre Inter, Lautaro said, great season even without trophies. Lautaro really needs to watch what he says from now on in, man, because he's a reflection of a captain that has gone missing far too often for me. I took that big, huge fat L. You were right. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah, Franco. I know what you're talking about. But it is what it is. You know, it's not personal, bro. You know me. You know me, bro. It's just now on in, we'll learn. We learn as fans. We learn as a club. There is something in the back of me that says there's an interside waiting to win the league by 12 points next season because of this. But there's another side of me that says there's an even more interside waiting to finish 5th. I'm a Real Madrid fan, but Inter is the only club I had faith and support. Heartbroken today. Welcome, bro. You're at the perfect club. You found your home. You know? Benvenuti. Yep. I can't believe it. Dropshin, I haven't seen you before. How club this big choke with PSG, and how is every player not shown as if a single bit of blood? Your guess is as good as ours, bro. I wish I had an answer for you. I'm so sorry. To all neutrals in the world, I apologize. For my club. This is the most embarrassing Champions League final in history, and we did that. It's going to hurt for a while. It's amazing how a loss like this makes you appreciate losing in general. Like, cuz, what's that other meme? The worst that she can say is no if you're trying to pick up a girl. Oh, cuz, good luck with that. There are always degrees to pain, and we are suffering. I'm further away from the comments now than I was at the start of the stream. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get hungry soon. My wife's going to get hungry. I need to go and get food. But there are 95 people on Inter Worldwide. I can't walk away from 95 people. I expected more fire, but also them being more sad at the end. Maybe the Inzaghi rumors affected them. Maybe it did. I don't think for a second, I don't think we're ever winning this today. You can't lose a final 5-0 and ever think that you had a grasp on it. You never had a grasp on it. This final today, there's only one other game that this reminds me of in my future, in my life. There is one other game. Italy versus Spain, final, Euro 2012. That is the only other game that this reminds me of. That is what I saw today. That's what I saw today. That could have made them play even more. Yeah, I don't think that was a factor. I had pride against Man City. I was positive about the future. I don't have hope anymore. We're not going to compete on all fronts like this again for a while, man. That was our last chance to do it and to win it and try. This is another thing I was going to say today. Bayern Leverkusen had a season similar to this in 2003 where they lost everything after being in it for everything. They didn't care today. They looked like it. And PSG took them $2 billion in 13 years with their Qatari ownership. Yeah, but they got it. Money speaks now more than ever. More than ever. It's a different context. Inter is a big European club, you like it or not, and they were successful before and after. Yeah, look, it is what it is, man. Johnny says, what an effort embarrassment. We have made a fool of ourselves, and Inzaghi needs to be sacked immediately. He won't be sacked. He'll walk. How are we going to fix this? I don't have the answer just yet, bro. I don't have the answer just yet. We don't have the answers just yet. Yeah, 100%. Hold that. But you're a coward anyway, so you won't reveal yourself. Good player, though. Very good player. Congratulations on your playoffs victory. Thanks, Mattia, for reminding everyone to like the comments. Like the video, sorry. We've got 96 people. Can we get 100? Can we get 100 on here today? I doubt it. Highly doubt it. 94 here now. Thank you so much. Stick around. Stick around on Inter Worldwide. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, but I maintain faith that our worst is not going to be the worst that we've seen in the last 2 decades, okay? I hope you're well, bro. That's very nice, but you just do what all of us are trying to do and not bring it home to your family. I didn't expect Hakimi not to celebrate. Me either. Can someone just bring that Prince back? Oh my God, he's the best thing to ever leave this club. How do you not celebrate in a Champions League final against your former club? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? We made history for the biggest goal margin in a European final. We are embarrassing. I'd take Conceição over Inzaghi. Wash your mouth, brother. I think he could win one more Scudetti in the 4 seasons. Fabregas or Vieira. I'd like Fabregas. I'm done with Inzaghi and his veteran players. Give youngsters more of a chance. I'd take Fabregas for sure. We're Red Devils United. First of all, check out my other channel, Devils Down Under, bro. You'll like the content on there. I'm just growing that in the background. Win the Club World Cup, forget the European Cup, go to the World Champions and win a new trophy design. This club's not going to be motivated to do that, bro. They'll bomb it for sure. Lautaro, Hakan, Mkhitaryan, Acerbi, Damian, sold, retired. Agree. We need to rebuild with younger blood that has speed and flair. We need more wingers. Yes, we do. What's going on with the ownership of Oak Tree, keeping or selling? Well, I guarantee you, had we not lost 5-0 tonight, they'd probably have an offer. Today's the sort of night that really, it stings in more ways than one. You don't understand how bad it was that we completely bombed. Like, bombing like that is absolutely unforgivable. Unforgivable, man. Unforgivable. We need young players and place new manager formation and everything. Thank you so much for your donation, bro. I really appreciate it. That's Chilean pesos. I know that for a fact. I know that's the Chilean. I've been to Santiago before. Brothers were disconnected from the match that they didn't care. The Pep Guardiola's City of 23 were better than today, and they played a better match. Yeah, today it was almost like they did not, which is weird because they bombed the whole season for this. When you look at, we've seen it all. It doesn't make this loss easier, but helps me recover. Into Scudetto, into Champions League, into the World Cup, Italy Euro. Yeah, we've seen it all. Tigers Premiership. Fucking made me laugh, this fucking Tigers team, cuz last night was a joke. Wish I appreciated all of the above. I could have appreciated a lot more, which is why I really made sure that last season's Scudetto, I made sure to celebrate that to the tits and back. I didn't stop celebrating that until I knew that we were this season, basically. There is no therapy from this. Agree. I'm just trying. Inter fans will be traumatized for life because at the end of the day, you wouldn't come here and say it to my face. You're going through your own trauma right now. Not a single manager in the world wants to manage you. And you sacked your director to try and get a guy who turned you down 24 hours later. There's levels to this embarrassment, and right now you're only laughing from outside of a club that you were denied entry to. Who was I took out of a football team watching airplanes fly over the field to play rugby league? That is actually what it was. That is actually what it was, to be honest. I miss Brozovic. Cool. Yep, sounds is good. All right, cool. Yep, 100%. 100%. Yep, we got absolutely handed, bro. We got more respect from Hakimi not celebrating from our own players tonight, 100%. Where was the grit you guys showed versus Barca, versus my Barca? Bro, Sebastian, thanks for coming in here with respect, man, but I don't know, man. I think we left it all on the pitch versus you guys. You were a big opponent, and I think we treated you guys like the final, and we shouldn't have. We really shouldn't have. Ciao, Gio. Yes. Wash your mouth, mate. Wash your mouth. Don't be calling my club the N-word. There's levels to this banter and respect. Yes, all good, bro. Enjoy it, kiddo. Enjoy it. Man, I love Hakimi. Always will. It was class all game. It was class from Hakimi, wasn't it, guys? Oh, bro, it's very real. Welcome to Pessimism FC. You won't be leaving here for a while, that's for sure. Even Hakimi was ashamed with us. Yep, DiMarco was a disaster. The whole squad was lost. Yeah, it was disgusting. When you say it like that, let that sink in. Yep, for sure. Inter is a bottler club, but no one can embarrass themselves. A high score loss is very rare. Yeah, it's a new low, bro. We're not really used to that sort of stuff. The frustration is so raw. That's why I'm still here, just trying to support, man. We'll get over it. Trust me. As a neutral, it's so frustrating seeing. Yeah, bro. Like, I apologize today to the whole neutral footballing world. We were invited to the biggest dance in the world, and we did not show up. We were absolutely awful. Red Devils United, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. That's definitely the rupees symbol. That definitely is. I looked it up before, but I didn't look properly. Rupees logo. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Thank you so much, bro. Really, really appreciate it. You really don't need to be donating. Go to the World Champions, still a competitive trophy. I just disagree, man. It's a new trophy. There's no history attached to it, man. Hakimi showed into more respect than its own players. Yeah, no, I can't believe it either, bro. I can't believe it either. Inzaghi needs to leave for his own health. Inzaghi's whole blood pressure being Fabregas. Possibly the only real winners, I think, Lincoln Park. I didn't even listen. Serves you right. Yeah, bro, it does serve us right, but it'll never serve you right to say that with your face on a camera to me, you cowardly bitch. Short clips. This is where pussy lives and not the good time, not the good kind. If I'm wrong, just come and talk to me about it. Come on, come and talk to me about it. But you won't. That's for damn sure. Same here. I don't want to see anyone avoiding social media. You can avoid it if you want. I'll be on in the same capacity that I usually am. For me, Inzaghi needs to go, bro. I'm not Inzaghi out or in. I'm Inzaghi has most likely doesn't want to stay anymore anyway. So just do the right thing. I've been through a lot of lows as an Inter fan, but this is the worst. Yep, 100%. This is the worst, man. I don't care who we beat in the semifinals or quarterfinals. No trophies is a total failure. Absolutely. 100%, bro. We bottled this whole season. Yep. I would say the last 40 minutes of Mo's stream. Yeah, all right. I'll get into that. PSG, yeah, so PSG could only win in France by 5 goals that many times, eh? Yeah, that's awful, bro. Haram, no gambling. Hey, see, I got your back, bro. I got your back. You're an Inter fan with a soft spot. It's not even a soft spot, bro. I started supporting both of them when I was like 5 years old, man. 5 years old. I've been supporting both since I knew exactly what shape this ball was. I just love Inter more. I love Manchester United, but I'm in love with Inter. Inter is the one true love right here. That's all there is to it. 2 more convincing wins. We made the podium. Tim says, what the fuck did we just happen? Yeah, bro, we just regressed big time. Big time, man. We could have lost 3-0 or 4-1 today and it would have been okay. But we decided to make sure that coming back from it would be way tougher than it needs to be. Alessandro says, Ant, you're a real one. Thanks for going live. That's all right, bro. I'm going to get tired soon, cuz. Like, the adrenaline is starting to wear off. I can feel it. Yep, 100%. Inzaghi told everyone that he was gone, and the players were probably in shock. Inzaghi giving history to those who don't have history. Yep, 100%. Yeah, I'd take him tomorrow, to be honest. Something happened before the match. Attitudes were off from the first minute. Yeah, bro. Attitudes were off. I don't know what happened. Tim's shifted. Yeah, I'm reading all your comments, man. I'm just starting to fly through them a bit quicker because I'm actually starting to get exhausted and hungry as well. I even had my young kids watching. Didn't know what to say to them. Yeah, that's rough. That's really, really rough. Really rough. As a Barca fan, I was low-key rooting for y'all, as I always bet on Inter games, and today was a total shock. Thanks, bro. That wouldn't be easy for you to do, and I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, bro. I'm sure you either support Paris or one of our main rivals, and you have every right to enjoy it. That's exactly what football's about. La Pulga says, don't worry, shit happens. It does. But also, shit just doesn't happen. There's cause and effect. And today, I don't think shit just happened. I think that Inter played a very large role in its self-destruction today. I had 2 young nephews sleep overnight so I can convert them to support Inter. Oh, Jesus Christ. I would not be surprised if they left now. Redbird Capital out. Here's one of the good Milan fans, always coming by with some respect as well. Thanks for your comments on the earlier videos. Thankfully, you guys allowed me to not be nervous. I said, yeah, bro. So yeah, if you're a Paris fan, like, big up to you, because that is one way to enjoy a final, cuz you would have been flying for a large part of the game. You're still holding a large part. It's pure and honest. That's why I love your channel. I'm not negative. How many say? I'm not. Trust me, I'm not holding much back, bro, because if you go back on my channel, I've gotten it all out. I'm not gloating in any way, shape, or form. I'm just today really caps off why I was so angry this season. We could have lost today with dignity, and I probably still would have come out here today angry and gone, this is why you don't bomb the Scudetto, you fucking assholes. Look how close we were to winning this, and you cashed it in. But something happens when you lose 5-0. When that 5th one went in, you need to give acceptance to the universe, to the things that you can't control. We are just fans. This was way out of the players' grasp today by the looks of things. I watched my team lose a 3-0 lead. That would, you know what? Guys, thank you so much. You get another star. We've got another starred comment today. That is one thing that would hurt more than this. That's one thing that would hurt more than this. Because I can deal with being hungry and watching food in front of me. I can deal with that. What I can't deal with is being absolutely starving and you let me smell it, take one little fork bite, and then take it away from me. Alex, that's... I don't know what to say, Alex, man. I'm devastated. I'm devastated. Thank you. Oh, yeah, bro. They're everywhere. Don't worry. Crazy to think about that right now. It's better to be a Spurs fan than an Inter fan. It's almost better to be... It's not almost better to be any fan because we still should have the directorship to compete in Italy next season. It feels surreal to lose like this. Like, we're real losers after today. The whole world saw that, and there's no coming back from that for a while. Thank you, Alan, for your donation. I really, really, really appreciate it. Big up. Thanks for sticking with the channel. I finally caught up to a lot of comments. I'm 19 minutes behind now, and it's going to move a lot quicker, I'm sure. I've never felt so flat. I've felt flatter, bro. Don't get me wrong. I've felt flatter. I'm in disbelief. It's a unique feeling, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. 5-0 will go down in history, mate, and that's really fortunate for you guys. Yeah, it is fortunate for you guys, but when you get to watch from the sideline, anything's going to be fortunate for you guys. So at the end of the day, bro, you'll have to sort your shit out because right now, in my early season predictions, I've got you finishing about 6th or 7th next season. And I believe that with everything. And feel free to debate me on it, and we can go knee deep into why our club got fucked today, but your club is fucked going forward. That's for damn sure. No director, no coach, not a single player in your team that respects your badge. Nobody respected ours today, but nobody respected yours all season and beyond. So while I acknowledge the fact that Juve fans are happy today, when you word it the way you did, that's really fortunate for us Juve fans. Please know that it shows just how weak you look as a human being and as a fan. Because it's easy to be a weak human being. We have all of our vulnerabilities. But to be a loser of a Juve fan takes effort. You're a strong club. You're supposed to still stand there with chest. So just know the only way for you to feel happy and fortunate about this is because your club has to be at the level that it is to get any sort of happiness from our situation at the moment. Feel free to chat to me about it. Humble yourself. Thanks for giving us the space to vent. Who do we sign in the summer? I don't even want to talk about the Mercato right now. I'm officially a member of Negative. Welcome, bro. Welcome. 100% it's useless. But it's also useless talking about how our loss in any way, shape, or form should make it more fortunate for you. Because like I've said to a lot of your fans, Inter's financial struggles over the last 4 years are not going to improve Juve in any way, shape, or form. And it didn't. You got worse and worse. So if you think that today's smashing by any way, shape, or form improves anything associated with you guys, it doesn't. If anything, it'll just enable you to sleep a little bit easier and paper over another crack while you continue to plummet. Match day 38 against Venezia, cuz. That's where you're at the moment. There's levels. Be a statement saying we are proud. I don't understand what they are proud about. There's nothing to be proud about, bro. They've shit-stained the history. This is a defensive mechanism comment from a bunch of insecure, overpaid athletes that will not go home and cry for very long tonight. They will go home to their supermodel wives, or they will go home to their Instagram inboxes with 100+ women that want to suck them. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's rude. Don't let your kids watch this stream. This isn't a good stream, Tim. They'll go back to their billions of dollars, to their 7 cars, to their mansions. It's all good in the hood, cuz. It's all good in the hood when you get paid. DiMarco will need to pay for his sins, 100%. We're still less bottlers than Arsenal. Yeah, we still are, to be honest. Big up yourself. Thanks for coming through, AK. I really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Very, very tough loss, but I really appreciate you coming in. I know you're a fan. Thank you. Inzaghi says, I don't know if I'll be the coach for the Club World Cup. He's gone, skis, cars. Bro, Inzaghi's not the coach. He's not going to be the coach. I'm telling you right now. Thuram did nothing. It's like, yeah, bro, he was the worst. He was the worst today at all. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through again, Wanda. You're allowed to have your laugh. 100%. Is definitely you're allowed to have your laugh. Vitinha ran the game from start to finish. Get to the super chats at least. Yes, I'm going in order. They're all coming through. Exactly, I wasn't alive for the Milan thrashing. Doesn't matter about then. Yep. Yeah, shattered hearts today again. What do I think is going to happen to the team? I've just said little bits of what I think is going to happen. There's going to be a massive group of players that leave. All of them that are out of contract. Nobody will be renewed who's out of contract. We'll look to move on older guys. I don't think anybody gets an extension at the wages that they're on as well. Barella and Bastoni will probably be the only two that are looking at moving this club full-blown forward. I don't really think that Lautaro is as attached to this club as people think he is. I think he loves being here, but at the same time, I think that he knows he could still be happy elsewhere. I was hoping a second half DeMarco would come on. Yeah, that was never going to happen. Next year will be better and stronger. Incorrect. Next year will be worse, my friends. Nothing depresses me more than seeing De Zerbi's name as a success far. I can't have another banter. We could do a lot worse than De Zerbi as well. We could. Lautaro really said, great season without trophies. Are you serious? Oak Tree's mentality has seeped its way through. 100%. Your passion makes your channel my favorite Insta channel. That's very nice of you, bro. Very, very nice of you. Make sure you're following the other ones. Hakimi is a good, respectable man. He's a good dude. Hakimi literally sacrificed himself so we can get money. Yeah, and he looked upset when he scored today, for God's sake. Take Allegri. Serie A is going to be wild next season. Did Inter choke the final? Yeah, bro. Can you choke something that you don't even try to eat? Like, we didn't pull up at all. We didn't come here to eat, did we? Did we, Nigel? It was the worst thing ever. I watched my club lose 8-2, so I feel you, bro. It hurts, yeah. How did Inzaghi not make subs at halftime? The kit curse, definitely. Will make Inzaghi to Juve will make it sting that much more. Look, I highly doubt that's happening, but I can definitely see him taking the 50 million over 2 years to the Arabs now. I can actually see that. But once again, like I will say to you guys, you know, Juve, you're really, really leaning on our misery now for you. Sort yourselves out. Go get yourselves a manager. Go get yourselves a manager, bro. Try relying on our manager to come to you after everything you said about Conte. Don't be a hypocrite now. I took it as a 4-0. Didn't even cry. It was supposed to be such a special day. It was at least supposed to be better than this, cuz. I won't see a game with Dimas Latas Bas. Yeah, bro. I don't want to see a lot of them again, bro. I don't want to see Hakan play again either. I really don't want to see him again either. Yes, you're very well entitled to say that. Visca Barca. We played our final against you guys. It is what it is. El Toro was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Video after the game. I did a 40-second short, so I didn't answer much, Rafi, but it's good to see you here, bro. And nice chatting to you throughout the season. Did I talk about the lack of tactics? Oh, bro, like there wasn't a single tactic from the start of this game, but I don't know if there was a lack of tactics or a lack of execution. I don't care about the Club World Cup. I really, really don't. I'm sorry. Barcelona didn't even have, bro, there's a lot of, we didn't have many dominant games this season, did we? We didn't have many games this season where we walked out of going, bro, this Inter team, bro, they look incredible. If we win Club World Cup, I'll be happy. A trophy is a trophy. Yeah, look, I'm just not sold on it, man. I'm a traditional fan with traditional values. Any trophy that came into existence after I was born needs questioning. Honestly, the only thing that will cheer me up is if I wake up tomorrow to hear that Inzaghi has resigned. This final makes me wish Barca. Yeah, that's a sad thing, and it's a fair thing to say. A fair thing to say. Losing like this does feel like you want to go out. Guys, I'm going to get through the last comments, and then we're moving on. Inzaghi's stock went down like a crypto coin scam, 100%. It was a bad dip in quality for that guy today. Just compare life now to 2015 when we were getting knocked out by Tottenham. Yep, look, we've still got something that we didn't have before. Okay, that's why I maintain banterish era coming up, but not as bad as the previous one. Youth beats old men in football and most sports. That is reality, especially in this day and age. Having these old guys there didn't help. It really didn't. Yeah, I'm embarrassed as well. It's a young man's game, and we grew old. Yep, the YouTube expert said it. It's a young man's game. Need to commit to youth after this. You should end this live now and go and eat. Yeah, thank you, bro. You're very nice. You're very nice. I'll be leaving in 5 minutes, cuz I'm flying through the comments now. I'm only 6 minutes behind. Do you think you should go for a manager with a more dynamic way of playing? Bro, Inzaghi's a pretty dynamic manager when you compare him to the other ones in Italy. My dream would be Jurgen Klopp, but like that's going to happen. This was just a shit of a diarrhea, 100%. Oh, you're a premium member now of Pessimism FC, mate. I mean, we still got the Club World Cup. Inzaghi, dude. Yeah, I know, bro. I know, Fusion God. Let's see how the market goes, because if it's anything below par, seriously, we have to start accounts called Oak Tree out. I swear to God, Inter were afraid to tackle the players. The players would, they were horrible today. No disrespect when my club's abysmal, man. Either way, Milan will be shit. Let's hope for better seasons for both of us next year, bro. At least you came away with a trophy. Why didn't Fratesi or Zielinski play any minutes? Two players that can change were attacking. Inzaghi bottled it, the same as the players. Big bottle job. Personally, I wish that no fan shows up to Inter's Club World Cup matches. That would be great. You're killing it today. No chance. I'd rather lose a lead than 5-0, man. We have 6 UCLs before that. Yeah, that's facts as well. You're entitled to your opinion. Zia, what's good, bro? Cuz nothing much, to be honest. Nothing much. He really embarrassed himself as a manager to keep with the same tactics. I know who I support. Yeah, I'm done with this coach after today. He has to go after today. Bro, you know me too well. Some steak and eggs, bro. Big time. Hook that into my veins. I might just go and get some of that after this. That is a great idea. That is possibly the best idea of the day so far. I hope Inzaghi leaves, bro. He can't come back. Fratesi, no sub. The guy who scored the winner. Unbelievable. Today was not a good day for current Inter, but it could end up being a day which makes the team transform. Let's see. In history, Inter doesn't do that. Inter double, triple, quadruple, quintuples down on its losses and gets worse. Both are fucked. Yeah, 100%, guys. Thanks for sharing in my misery today, Milanisti. You've been very nice. Brian says, never thought I would see Inter get to a final and just give absolutely nothing, for sure. Not even in your wildest dreams. I agree, bro, and congratulations. Thanks for Mattia for telling everyone to like the video. Yes. I'm just going to put up stuff that I think is worth discussing. Bro, you can keep dreaming about that, man. How about you focus on just winning your first title in 6 years next season, bro. Focus on getting a manager next season first. You talked about a 5-1 derby. Yeah, we know exactly what it means, and we know that you guys know exactly what it means. Infinitus, says Milan not qualifying still doesn't stop Inter having to be labelled the team to lose with the biggest deficit, for sure. Guys, today I don't want to make it a comparison of tit for tat, this and that. We deserve to be bantered for it. But as soon as it becomes a comparison matrix, just know that you're lowering yourself to our level today. So just laugh and go, you guys lost the final by 5 goals. How shit. Look, I understand your anger, but you have to understand soon the progress we made from 5 years ago is unreal. And there's a way to nullify stuff, mate. And today you nullify a lot of it. The worst thing about this result is the feeling of indifference. Yeah. Yep. Matter of fact, this is Inter's title for this season. That is Inter title for the season. I don't know what you mean, bro. Sorry. Yes, Anto, it is surreal. This whole final feels often weird in any possible way. I think we'll all feel it really tomorrow when it starts to kick in. No worries. It does feel weird. It actually does feel weird. It feels weird, man. I don't know what to say. It feels like it never happened. Fusion God with your donation. Thank you so much. Thanks for this channel. Hopefully we celebrate one day in the victory in the future, I guess. But 100%. We beat Barca just to do that. What a collateral waste of time. Not only that, bro, we threw away our league title for this. Turned up against Barca just to play like that, bro. You should feel every neutral fan should look at us and go, Inter are a bunch of bums. Man United, Inter rooting for them so long. Both reach final. Sleepless nights. Yeah, bro, it is what it is. All or nothing. All or nothing, isn't it? Bro, I'd be willing to bet this happened because Qatar owns PSG and also sponsor Inter. My brother thinks it's in cahoots. I love a good conspiracy, man. I can't say that because it'll look like I'm making excuses, but I love a good conspiracy. Just to say it's good to be able to vent about this shit, so thank you, Anthony. That's all good, bro. That's all good. Thanks for the company stream. You're welcome. Go in this live, otherwise we're all just going to keep more and more. Yeah, that's all right. Let me get to the super chats because I'm right at the end now. Right at the end. Thank you so much. It won't be a banter era with Marotta in charge. Marotta is here till 2027. If he resigns tomorrow, then we're definitely fucked. Then we're definitely up shit creek, and I'll literally say that it is the end. Let's wrap up super chats one more time because it was a day and a half today. Thank you so much to Yahya. Thank you, Franco. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you, Yahya, again. Thank you, Jono. Thank you, Taj. Thank you, Dropstin. Thank you, Rodri, for your amazing comment. Thank you, Red Devils United. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Mighty Mo, for making me laugh. And thank you, Alex, for showing empathy. You guys are the real MVPs. And thanks, Fusion God. And to be honest, guys, thank you to all of you for not only today, not only this season, but for every moment since I started, not even this channel, the first inter-worldwide channel that got banned at 5K, and we started again at 0. And here we are today with around about 4.3K back. So we're still here. That ain't going to change. But with all due respect, I'm going to go and enjoy my Sunday with my wife and my dog. Forza Inter. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, sempre. Sempre solo Forza Inter. Okay?